Hey, also our universe has finally got the Lifeforms update. You can see here the Lifeforms button. It is a bit slow to load though, unfortunately. That's the main thing I have noticed. Now what I'm going to do is try and upgrade as much of this as possible. Then I'll talk a bit more about the feature once I have a lot of it unlocked. So that's a pretty good start, I think. I like that there's a +10 building tab and not just the +1, otherwise it would have taken a lot longer. I think the main feature of this is buildings like this that increase the production on the planet. If I bring this up, you can see here I'm already at a 15% metal bonus on this planet, and if I go over to here you can see that's the per hour with the 10 levels of high energy smelting. If I go over to another planet, you will see it's a little bit lower. There we go, bring up another one there which I haven't done anything on. So that's looking pretty good so far then, I guess. It's going to take a lot of work though to get anywhere with this feature, so I will deploy Res across to this planet and just work on the one planet for now. So I've had a couple of days to mess around with this feature. I think I'm doing pretty good. This is my most built up planet. This is definitely a feature that I feel will benefit the collector class or miners the most, especially with buildings like this one that increase metal production, one here that increases crystal and deuterium as well. Now if I go over to the Lifeform development page, I did reset the tier 1 and tier 2 research on this planet, as I want researches that are optimal for a miner. In this instance, I think I probably want the high energy pump systems to increase deuterium. I want to try and get as much production out of each planet as possible, and I think that's probably the best option. The planet over here has done it a bit better. We have a few techs that increase energy, and then most of them increase the production. One that increases cargo capacity there. Pretty sure this is what I want though for the collector class. You can see here the researches that I have, and then for the tier 2 I'd probably want the humans enhanced production technologies, but you need artifacts to get that. If you don't go for the default research for that class, then you need to get artifacts, and they're quite difficult to get, but I'll talk about that in a bit. Most of the planets do use the rock tile. I think this is the best life form for the collector or miner class. You can see here it mentions about increasing cargo capacities and mining resources. Slightly lower population, but I don't think that's too much of a big deal. I have made sure that I've used the other life forms on a couple of the other planets though, so it's not all the rock tile. For example, Kalish on this one, most of them are rock tile though, you can see here, and I think that's probably the best thing to do. Now if I go over to this planet, I'm going to go to the galaxy view page. Since I have empty fleet slots, I'm going to do some searching for life forms. That's quite easy to do. Just go around and look for planets or empty locations where you can dispatch an exploration ship. There we go. I want to leave one fleet slot open though. I won't fill up all the fleet slots. Normally I'd go to 26. I'll just go to 22 here though, as it's mainly just to show you the feature. Now you can see 9 friendly missions to search for life forms going here. So I'll just go over to the messages. It's all in the expeditions page, the results from this. Need to go through and find a decent one. There's one where I found a life form. If you have already found the life form like I have here, you just get EXP for the life form. This one seems to be coming up quite a lot. This is also where the artifacts are found. You can see here 131 found from that mission, which is always good. There is actually a limit on the amount of these you can do per day, though. You can see here it's currently on 122 out of 150. When it reaches 150, I won't be able to do any more of the search for Lifeforms missions. Now if you have a look at the food, you can see it's going down. The reason for that is basically because I have too many population. What will happen here is the population will drop when the food runs out until it stabilises again. So I'm going to lose a few of these, unfortunately. But that's not a big deal. When it stabilises again, I can start working on getting more food. The reason for that is probably because I've gone higher with the residential sector than with the farm. So I'll try and fix that as I progress. But I don't think it's too much of a big deal, if I'm being honest. Losing a few population, then it stabilises again. Then when you can work on the buildings, the population will go back up. So I don't think I'll be doing too much more with Lifeforms in the near future. I have made a pretty decent start on all of the planets though. You can see here if I just click through them. I'll just do this quickly. There we go, you can see I have most of the buildings at least started. The problem now though is the Lifeform development, because I need artifacts to get the researches that I want, and those are limited as to how many you can get per day. It's going to take a very long time to get what I want here. In this example, the high performance extractors is by far, in my opinion, the best one. 200 artifacts to get that, so I'll go ahead and do that. Now if I was feeling really brave, I could try the random button at the bottom. I don't think I want to do that though. If it gives me the wrong research, I'd have to reset. In this instance though, the high energy pump systems is probably the best one I can get out of those, since it increases my dupe production. And at this one as well, I think the cargo hold expansion is the best one, so I don't need artifacts for this level. I'll just check carefully to make sure I'm not making a mistake. The ships found on expeditions is probably the only other one out of these that I would want to go for. Alliance Depot is useless, and Stealth Field Generator probably not that good either. So I think that's the best choice here. Then again, yeah, I think high powered or magna powered production is the best one. Then for the final research, I'll need to wait until I can get the automated transport lines. So if I go onto the galaxy view again, you will see I can do another 35 of these discoveries, then I'll be done for the day. And they don't give the artifacts that often, if I'm being honest. You get them occasionally and sometimes in decent amounts, but you can see out of all those Lifeform reports, there's only the one with the artifacts. Next page, I'll find something. Another one there. They're not common though, so this will be a very, very slow process, unfortunately, to get all the Lifeform researches that I want. Anyway, I'm going to end the video at this point. I hope you found that interesting. If you did, please do give it a like and subscribe to the channel. Subscribing is always very much appreciated. You can check out a previous video on the screen. You can also subscribe from here if you want to do so. There's also a playlist with my OGame videos in the pinned comment. And thanks for watching.